I have the lead singer of Neverwonder hanging out with me. Yes, she's right here in my headphones. Yeah, she is. And that is Alima. So how are you? Live from California, by the way.
I'm very well. How are you?
Oh, well, Thanks as you can tell, I'm a crazy old man. I just like to rock. So
that sounds good. That's what we do.
Yes, absolutely. Well, you know what? You're being very modest because I'm looking at something like Rock This Magazine, who said, yeah, Alima Soul, let me tell you, you better fasten your seatbelt. Wow. How's it make you feel? Yeah. Seriously, I mean, how's it make you feel?
Well, it is good to hear positive feedback always, because, you know, you go out there, you have fun. We have fun on stage, and that's always been our mantra, just to get out there, get the music out, and just have fun, and people connect with it. But to have people at least, like, receive it in that way, it's always good to hear, of course. So I like it.
Well, you know, I've watched.
Saying, oh, she's piercing my ears. You know what I mean?
Well, you know, I've seen some of your YouTubes, and we always kind of do some, you know, quote unquote research, if you will, you know, before we do interviews and stuff. And you do rock it. Now I've got to admit, now don't tell anybody. One of the ones that I watched, you did have a rather, how should I put it, short skirt on. I'm like, oh my gosh, the cameras are panning very low. I'm like, oh my gosh, seriously, I didn't think of that. I really did.
I always try to wear shorts though, so
good for you.
Keep it real tight and covered in case of, you know, splits or lunges that might happen. But yes.
You know, I'd say I told you I told you I wasn't going to catch you off guard, but I guess I did with that one, didn't I? I'm sorry. But
no. I always think about that afterwards, because people say that, they're like, "Oh my gosh, I thought that." I'm like, "Don't worry, don't you worry." I know.
Now, sadly, Vince, Andreas, and Scott couldn't be with us. So
yeah, but you got me. So
well, you know, and we're very tickled. Seriously, we are. But anyway, let the guys know, because I know this has been in the making for some time. I know we've been playing phone tag with Vincent for several months. So,
sure.
And also a big shout out to Doug Deutsch, who has helped make this come to fruition. So God bless you. So, all right, enough of that. I am also going to put you on the spot once again. I told you I wasn't going to do that, but actually, like I said, it's not nothing that's not on your website. Okay.
Yeah.
Or my research. I'll just put it that way.
Oh, okay.
An intriguing 5-song set that features a new lead singer, Alima Soul, who is easily the star of this compact show. Now, I know that, well, I'll put it this way. You're one of the newer additions to the group, right?
Yeah, that's right.
And actually, I've heard both the old and new. I like what I'm hearing now, to be honest with you.
Thanks.
Now, but how does someone like Vincent or, you know, Andreas or Scott, how do they take that when they see that?
Yeah, I think that it's interesting for them to see the revamp or see how my spin is, because, you know, like my original is like R&B, soul, you know, stuff. So some nuances, I know I add certain different touches for my own personality, but I think it's interesting for them to see some things change, you know, in some of the songs. But yeah, I mean, we have a good mesh, because we're all pretty much like the same type. I mean, we're all different, but the characters are pretty fun to be around and work pretty well with each other. So that's the definite great thing. I think that's what we all discovered when we first met each other, when we went through the process. But yeah, I mean, I get that from them sometimes now that, you know, we've been all together for a while.
Right.
They're like, I remember, you know, let's see if she's going to go for this. And I did. Like doing some certain vocal lines. I'm like, let's go for it. And then I did it, and try to at least give the best of me, so that, you know, they could see what I can do as well. So it's been cool. So I think that's what the interesting part is, to see how the music kind of lives on and changes with me as a different singer.
So the boys have been very supportive, I take it.
Yeah, they totally have. Yeah, if not, there'll be some ass kicking on my part. I mean,
no, yeah, that's fine. You can say that all day long.
Oh, okay. I'm like, beep, oops.
No, you're fine. No, you're fine.
There will be some side kicking on my part, but if we didn't have that collaborative energy, we wouldn't, be together this long for sure. It's important to have that, so that respect and chemistry together, because we didn't have that. That definitely goes different ways with bands.
Sure,
it could go sour. So it's been good.
And the reason I asked that question, especially about with that interview or with that shout out going out to you, I know the guys have been around for a while, right? So when they see that, I think I asked, matter of fact, I know I did, Star Off Machine when I did an interview with them here a week or so ago, that how sometimes do egos get in the way? And they made a specific point, said, once egos get in the way, you might as well just put it away, because all of a sudden now you're fighting and going on. So I am so glad to hear that the guys, Vincent and Andreas and Scott, are all backing you up, because you're fantastic.
Thanks so much. Yeah, no, that's very important, especially being a female singer. Sometimes it's a little tough for the dynamics, but I'm pretty strong in my character and my personality, so it is a good mesh, Yeah,
and I think I read somewhere where it said something about synergy. I just love that word, synergy.
Yeah,
but it seems it really has come together for you guys.
Yeah, that's cool. It's been good, for sure. And you could tell, it'd be weird, in the very beginning, if we didn't feel that. Well, I thought it was weird that all of a sudden it's these are new people, and to have this type of synergy with three other. Usually, I've been on my own for a long time, and then to come in a band situation and really have that with three other people, that was really cool. So, and to still have that's really refreshing, even after this time. So, it is a good thing.
You talk about your solo career and coming together. I know that I should say I don't know, just reading what I've read, is the fact that you have a San Francisco connection, but you also have a New York connection.
Yes.
Do tell.
Yeah, so I'm originally from the Bay Area, so I did that. I started that's where I really had the spark for music as I grew up, and then I took the plunge and I was like, okay, I wanted something bigger. I want to see how the Big Apple is, and I've always wanted to be put in that. I've just had a lot of energy to be able to be put in a small city, but yet with all the fishes, it's just in the sea there in the music industry. It really pushed me to really know who I was as an artist, and also just to keep me on the top, because you have to have gross, thick skin out there. You know what I mean?
No.
And knowing that, and then doing my solo career there for a while, and then coming out here, I think that's definitely why everything kind of lined up, is that, no matter what, I knew what I could do, and I also knew that people are going to like it and people won't, but I just have to remember what I truly believe, and that's all that matters, at the end of the day. So that's the greatest thing I got out of living in New York, and, coming out here was just, I'm pretty grounded in that sense. But yeah, I mean, it was awesome to do it out there, and I knew when I came out here, I did want to collaborate a bit more, so it was kind of perfect timing how it all kind of lined up. So that's what that's what led me here. Like I said,
I do, or we should do here at American Imagery have a little history with Neverwonder, and I am going to cue this up here in a few minutes. I am going to cue up the outtake you guys gave to us, and I mentioned in the newsletter, actually one of the articles that I was reading about, and you had some collaboration, as you would say, into putting together, was what happens when you're on air and it's live radio, just like it is right now, and you stumble. I mean, we're human, right? So it's like and I do that from time to time. I'm not going to lie, So so I'm going to cue that up here in a few minutes, but nonetheless, I just like the fact that and like you said, you bring the soul, and it's ironic and whatever the case may be. Your last name is Soul, right? So,
Yes.
and you bring that to the table, and I can hear that, and I can see that when I'm listening or watching you guys perform.
Yes.
Now I see, I see the boys, and I keep referring to them. I shouldn't say the boys, the men, but I see them, and they're all looking pretty macho and buffed up and stuff, and here you come out very petite and very, and I'm like, wow. And I guess that synergy would be really a good explanation or good description of it, right?
Yeah. No, it is for sure. I know, it's always like you just see, if they don't know us personally, people, they wouldn't really realize how we really are, and that's why it's always good to have these type of moments where you could talk and then say how we are, because it's just, you can tell a little bit more, because on the stage it's always more professional. We're having fun, but I talk in between, but I'm usually the only one who's talking, and then the guys they're not really saying much, you know what I mean? But when we actually get these moments to actually talk, you can see definitely how we like to have fun. We're not all about business, but it has to be, or else, we spend a lot of time working on music, and you gotta have that synergy, or else, the music, you could tell in the music that it wouldn't be coming out that way.
Well, absolutely you can. Yeah, and and I've had people tell me, which blows me away, that when I'm on there, they said, I can hear you smiling.
Yeah.
Like, wow, really?
Right.
But you know what? When they tell me that, I really am. Like you said, I think people will really notice that if you're trying to fake it or be pretentious, just be yourselves. And I always say good things happen when you do the right things. And so,
yeah, exactly.
Now, I do have this. I won't play the whole 38 seconds. Well, I may play the whole 38 seconds. But I just want people to know that, even great individuals like yourself are just human. So bear with me when I put you on the spot here, okay? Enjoy, everybody.
Right.
Listen.
Hey, this is a Neverwonder. You're going to listen to us in 20
That's totally unusable, but we're keeping that.
Wait, just talk it out real quick. Where do you want to go?
I don't know. We're recording right now. Oh, hey, we're on the air. Hey, this is Scott from Neverwonder.
Vincent, what are you doing, Scott?
I'm talking over you, but we can do that.
And there you Here you go. That was your guys' outtake that you were giving us, American Veterans Radio, some liners, and you started, hey, you were tuned in and blah, 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 blah.
I know, it's like once you get to be recording anything, it's like you have it in your head and then you're like, blah, 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 or you forget your name.
You know what? People say that.
It's like, oh, okay.
Really? Yeah, it does happen. No, you're right. It does. So anyway, I did, like I said, I'm just, I do play that, and I do have a good time listening to the liners you guys did for us, and we do appreciate it. So, all right, do tell us what is going on. What's the immediate future for Neverwonder?
So as you know, we have our Really Let It Out EP out, so you can get that anywhere, iTunes, Amazon. So we're definitely pushing that, hitting a lot of stages local and in the California, Vegas area. So wherever we get to hit a stage, we just try to get those songs out. But we're definitely trying to get a new album out by next year. So it'll be cool to get that material. We're slowly been writing a few things, and you've probably seen a few of them on YouTube, or we've been posting a few things just so with the MC, which is our extra flavor. Sometimes we have Lex D join us on stage to give us that extra showmanship. So it's cool to add that to our songs. And then, we do a lot of the rock and roll marathon. So we have one coming up in San Jose area in October. And then
October
in LA,
6th, actually, where I'm seeing, right?
October 6th. Yeah. And then we have Huntington Beach Taps. We're going to do that on the 19th, Battle of the Bands again. So that will be another one that's coming down the pipeline, which that's this month. I can't believe it's September already, so it's going by really quick. But we are pretty busy in the next few. And we just did House of Blues. We did a couple of spots in the last month. That was really great. John Lovett's Comedy Club a couple weeks ago. And we just keep trucking along and just trying to get our name out there, our music out there. But yeah, that's what we've been doing.
Well, you know that you've got our support. We've got your 6 right here on American Veterans Radio, and we've been supporting you guys for a long, long time.
completely appreciate that. That's awesome.
No, we appreciate you. And like I said, just that funness, when you guys were doing, is that even a word, funness?
Yeah.
But just
funness,
the funness, there you go. Not fun piss, but funness, right? So,
yeah.
But anyway, we do appreciate everything you guys do to support us. And by all means, we're going to be here supporting you guys. So let us know, please, when your new CD comes out so we can get a copy of that and make sure the world gets to hear that.
Definitely. And all of our info is on Neverwonder.com, Facebook, YouTube, Neverwonder Band. So always keep in touch with us there to make sure, you can see the latest on what's going on with us. So, yeah.
Alima, thank you so much for allowing the world to step in and listen to you and listen to Neverwonder.
Thanks so much for having me and the rest of the band and by Spirit.